Hello everybody, my name is Brian Anderson and I'm an editor over here at Marketing ID. Today with me we have Galia Reichenstein. She is the Chief Operating Officer and Head of Sales over at Taptica. Galia, it's a pleasure to speak with you today.
Yeah, good to be here. Thanks for having me.
Not a problem. Today's conversation we're talking about mobile ad buying and video ad buying, display advertising throughout all web channels is growing increasingly important, but many different marketers are still struggling with effectively putting their ads in front of their prospective buyers. What kind of challenges do today's marketers face when it comes to ad buying, mobile in particular?
So I think that we've been talking many years about the year of mobile, and I think that it's fair to say that 2015 won the title. And I think that the biggest challenge now is that brands are really fighting for users' attention to get those moments. So if I had to split it into two main challenges, I think that one is getting the right message to the right user at the right time. And secondly is, you mentioned before so many channel types is the cross-channel marketing. So you have TV, you have mobile, you have the computer, and you can't really split them. So I could be watching TV on my phone looking for a flight, and then later I'm going to book it on my computer. So where should the advertiser catch me? So I think that those are the two main challenges right now.
Definitely agree. When it comes to overcoming those challenges, what's data's role in that? Marketing analytics, how can today's marketers take a more data-driven approach to overcome those hurdles?
So I think that taking a data-driven approach, it's one of the main challenges. We reached a point where we have so much data and we have so much information and so much stuff going through our ads that marketers are starting to have a hard time with knowing how to filter it, knowing how to make something of that data. So I think first of all, companies have been talking about mobilizing their staff, mobilizing the way that their company is set up, and a lot of companies still need to do that. Even if it's in terms of hiring more analytical people to the marketing team and not just the creative type, and really knowing how to split the responsibilities between the more data-driven, data thinking and the creative thinking. And I think really to overcome that is that marketers need to go back to the basics and understand first of all what their goals are. There's so many things that you can measure now on mobile, down to the granular when they made the payment and how long they were on the app and where were they when they decided to make the conversion. And so advertisers first of all or brands need to understand what their KPIs are and what their goals are that they're trying to achieve. Secondly, they need to identify what are these moments that they're trying to catch their users on. There's thousands of different moments, but they need to focus on a few of them and saying, okay, these are the main moments that we have that we have the user's attention, and this is the ones that we're going to go after, and to start building the campaign according to that. Also, now that there's so many different channels that we're catching advertising on, to pay more attention to the creative, doing more creative A/B testing, and also applying the whole data thinking towards creative and not just towards the results post the campaign. And I think you mentioned measurement before. I think that measurement plays a huge role in knowing how to filter this data and make sense of it. There's still a lot of advertisers that haven't made the shift to the new attribution tools that are out there. That there's new tools that can really give you the entire flow of the user. So to really being able to make sense of the story. And a lot of times marketers, we go with our gut, what we think will work better, what looks better, but really the numbers tell the story. So if we have the right tracking system in place, then we're able to make sense of the information and let the numbers speak for themselves. And I think lastly, it's being able to to find the right partnerships. So you mentioned attribution channels. There's DMPs out there. There's ad servers out there. There's creative tools. So really knowing what your company is focused on, what they're good at, and knowing how to leverage external relationships and partnerships to be able to really make the most out of what we have in the mobile space or in the ad space now.
Great, great. So when data-driven marketers begin to implement those steps and go back to the basics and start focusing on the right KPIs, what kind of expectations and what kind of results should these companies be having once they start to overcome these hurdles?
So I think that once they overcome these hurdles, and also in their state of mind that they're open to learning more about their product, I think a lot of times they're surprised by who their target audience can be that they didn't think of before, or which cities are actually performing better than others that they didn't think about before, and just learning a lot more about their product and getting more information on how to change the actual product. And then the usual stuff that we expect from a smart planning of a marketing campaign. So more efficient return on our ad spending, better use of the time of the marketers. So now that they have all these tools that allow them to automate and understand more what's going on from a data standpoint, and they're able to be more creative and be able to free up their time to work more on strategy. And then also they have more time to test different things. I think that it's really important, especially now that there's so many new technologies and so many new opportunities out there, to constantly be testing new technologies, new partners. And in order to be able to do that, you need to have manpower that's free, and someone that's looking at the entire funnel. So being using all sorts of automation tools and programmatic buying allows you to do it in scale, but still in a manageable way. And I think that the most important thing is not to be afraid. We're seeing this in terms of the more performance Ubers of the world, and compared to the more old school brands, that the brands are still taking a bit longer to get their hands dirty with this new technology. So I think that this is really the key, and you will make mistakes, and it's okay.
Perfect. Galia, it was great speaking to you today. Have a great rest of the day.
You too. Thanks a lot.
No
Bye.
problem. And folks, if you want to learn a little bit more about how you can take a more data-driven approach to your ad spending, feel free to check out Taptica's website, where they provide a lot of great resources for you to educate yourself on it. Thank you, and have a great day.